Hello folks, it's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and I wanted to start off this quick episode with a retraction. Daniel, I apologize about the mistake about you being the artist of this card. I understand now that it's a friend of yours, or a friend of the family that did that. And it's still a wonderful piece of art, and a pretty sweet shop card, dude. But again, I apologize for making that mistake, and I just wanted to make this quick correction for that. So, moving on. Again, this episode is brought to you by Munchkin Modeling Man 72. Check him out, folks, if you don't know him already. I'm sure everybody who watches me already knows about him, but just the same, give him a shout. All right, so updates on the Chevy Truck Month build. Here is our frame. And our interior, we're doing a red interior, and I did this on a Corvette build I did a little while ago, where I did a red interior, but I did the actual seat in a different primer, so that I have a difference in the vinyl seat color to the actual floor and door cards and such. So I think we'll be flocking the floor, which is going to be a little bit of a different shade of red also. So, you know, not everything's the same color, not even the same shade of red when it comes to car interiors because of the different textures and such. And that's what we're trying to achieve there. So here's the engine, our I think it's a 283 Chevy. I went with an interior blue color that I had also used on my Pontiac engine. I just really thought that was a sweet color for engines, so I did it again on this guy. We got some solder headers going on there, and you can see them shooting out the bottom because we need to finish all that up. The air cleaner is a parts box air cleaner that I found and fit to the carb. And the wires are aftermarket wires. These are actually like a pearl white. It's the only set of pearl white that I had in my stash of pre-wired distributors, and I figured that was going to look pretty cool with that blue engine, and they do stand out pretty nicely. So we got a little bit going on here. We got a little nub on the front of the pulley there, because you're going to be adding on a photo etch flex fan here probably later today, depending on how things go with all of our household duties. And then it's kind of just mocked in there right now, but she's sitting nice, and it seems like it's got the right stance and everything. We already did an episode about that. Everybody's in color. Not doing it justice by floating around like this. So we're just gonna pick it up because this is frustrating. And so got the spare tire mounted. There goes the drive shaft and the engine. Shocks are in, front and rear. Got our painted bar on, and I think this is probably I told you folks I did 3 other builds of this particular truck. That's probably the first time I ever remembered to put the painted bar in this early in the game. Body parts. We got our roof glossed white. We're going to be wet sanding that, and then doing another coat of gloss white on there, and then probably hitting it with some pearl. Got our primer, hood primer, and last night during inspections we discovered there's a little pinhole right there. So we'll get that fixed, no problem, no biggie. And you know, in the grand scheme of things, no big not a big deal at all. Radiator core support, that's all one piece. That's just going to be painted body color. Our tailgate. Yeah, we're just going to do that body color, no problem. And we're going to finish priming the inside of that also. And then here's your bed. Now the bed on these has a very light wood grain texture. Here we go. Very light wood grain texture. And we're going to be trying a new technique. I had seen somebody talk about this on YouTube. I want to say it was Andy's over Andy's Hobby Headquarters. Do this technique. He did this on the handles of some of the tools on a tank that he had been building, and what he had used was XF60 dark yellow, and then once that cured up, he went over it with the brown panel liner, and that brought out the wood highlights and such. So I'm going to try that on the bed. Well, actually, I'm going to try it on the bottom and see how that looks, and then do it on the inside of the bed. This does come with some decals. Bernie was cool enough to send the decals along with the bed that I had gotten from him. So appreciate that again, Bernie. Thank you very much. And then while out the local hobby store, I happened to stumble across a set of photo etch by Model Car Garage, and for our English folks. And we got all manner of stuff. S-hooks, we got keys, we got gas pedals, windshield wipers, side markers, emblems, grill inserts. So we're going to put a few of those pieces on this build. And then our cab, we have this primed in white because we're doing a two-tone. We're doing a gloss white on the upper bits there, which we have on there now, and then we'll mask that off and then prime the rest of it in gray and then start doing the body color. And on this particular one, we are going to try and leave the grill insert area white. I've been doing some photo research, and a lot of pickup trucks I've seen have that going on, especially if they have the white cab. So we're going to try and replicate that type of paint job, and I think I finally decided on a color for this guy, but we'll tell you about it when we get it on there. So we're not 100% sure of that yet. So with all that concluded, I would like to make mention that not only do I really appreciate the comments and such that we get on the on our videos and stuff, but I also want to say that this modeling community happens to be one of the it's made up of a group of people that are some of the coolest people in the world. I mean, getting a bed for our pickup truck so we can finish our build from Bernie was an amazing thing. But then there's also people out there that help us out with stuff, like helping us create our new official shop card. And I don't want to mention his name on camera right now because I haven't gotten permission to do that yet, but I just want to say that they offered to help us out with designing this card. We shot some emails and some texts back and forth, showed us some I got some input from the missus, you know. She wanted the card to be orange because that's her favorite color for these cars. And we you know, came up with this particular card. I absolutely love it. We sent it off to the printers and got a whole bunch of copies made. So if you received a card from me in the past, either my original card that was just the big BG logo or the secondary version that had a couple of model cars on there that the card didn't quite turn out right. But if you received a card from us in the past, I saved your address and we will be sending you the official BG Model Workshop shop card. All right, folks, have a good Tuesday. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Bye now.